Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on the Nissan NV200. It's going to be we're going to be filming this one over the space of about a week because it's going to need the paint work, but we'd like to crack on because it won't go on my truck. I'd like to be able to drive it to the paint shop. So in the last video we got it all fitted up and we temporarily fitted the early shape landing panel here on the front just to get everything lined up. This needed painting. That's now all done. Chris did that yesterday. And we've got all of the bits laid out, ready to go back on it. So we've got the new rad pack there, got the new intercooler. Chris has already put the pipes on, give us a bit of an head start this morning. Do still need to get an header tank. I forgot all about that until I see that broken lug. So we need to start putting it back together because none of that has actually got to come off. It can all go back on there. But this is the earlier shaped landing panel that was a little bit different. And when I ordered the new one, it actually come in black. And I said to the guy, they're all this colour on every single one of these vans. And like Chris said, on all the early Nissan Micras, they was all that colour under the bonnet anyway. So regardless, it come in black. So I actually popped to Jerry's yesterday, got a colour match for it, which actually turns out to be Mercedes 187 standard grey, and Chris actually prepped it and painted it last night, so that's perfect now and it's the right colour. Very strange how it come in black, and it was like a black primer, but they've gone to all that effort of painting them that colour. Why wouldn't they colour code it to the vehicle? But hey ho. So we're going to crack straight on this morning and start the process of getting this all put back together so it is drivable. Hopefully in this video as well, the bumper does arrive because we've had to order a brand new one. Let's get on and get it fitted up. We didn't want to time lapse too much of it, and like I've said previously, you can't see loads and loads of what's going on, but it has now got all the radiators in there, including the intercooler, and we've plugged all of those back in, got the header tank on there, got all the water lines connected, so now it can be run and actually left running for a period of time. All the fans are plugged in. All of the plugs on the radiator were exactly the same. Now this one actually come off of a 16 reg, which is a Mark 1, but it's exactly the same rad pack. All of the part numbers was identical. Also, while I was there, I did whip round, grab a new oil filter, because as you remember, that's the original one for the car. Did that have a pinhole in it? I think it did, didn't it? At the time, I can't remember, but we knew it was damaged anyway, and we wanted to get that swapped out. So pretty much now, did we say we're going to do a few more little bits underneath the bonnet?
Take the bonnet off, paint the hinges.
We are going to paint the hinges.
Strip the bonnet ready for the body
and
shop.
Yeah, just get everything out of the way. These hinges, we're not going to ask the paint shop to get in there and try and do them. It's going to be awkward. So we'll get both of them stripped out, painted, get them all fitted back on. And of course, like Chris just said, get like the sound deadening pad off, the arm, etc. Just popped out there to get a car cleaned, and as you can see, abracadabra, Chris cracked on. He's got the other headlight fitted there. We have got a bit of cleaning up to do on that headlight and get rid of all these white marks. They're markings from where we bought it from. And also, he's got those hinges removed. He's just going to flat them off, stick them in the spray booth and give them a coat of paint. Also put the bumper bar on, that foam pad. There was a little bit of a crack through there, but Chris has glued it all shut and that's going to work perfectly the same as it did before. And all of those black trims are back on there. Everything under here is all back on, the black plastic cover, all the intercooler. In fact, Chris, just before you do rub them down, do you want to fire this up?
Yep.
I think the keys are in it. I've put some just normal water in it for the moment. Oh, one sec, mate. Try that. That sounds nice. Swiss watch. That'll do, mate. Let's get on with the hinges. They're all painted, come out very nice, quite straightforward and easy to do. What are you up to there, mate?
Sorry?
What are you up to there?
Taking the bulbs out.
Oh,
different colours.
yes, I have, yeah. It's actually, I might turn them on and show them, actually. I don't know if they'll work with the ignition, yeah. See that guy's got like the blue LED bulbs in it? And that one's just normal, so we want it to have matching bulbs. But that's about it, Chris, isn't it?
Yeah, it can go for painting.
That's it, guys. We're going to literally swap them bulbs over, bolt the hinges and the bonnet back on, and then we'll pick up once it's back from paint. This is actually, what's this, Chris, a week later? Help me out here, mate. I'm so tired. Yeah, it's been well over a week, hasn't it? Yeah, me too. So probably about a week ago now, that was the last bit of video we've done on this, guys, and it was off to the paint shop. And as you can see, I've just been round there and picked it up. It is all done. So we can get this one wrapped up. There is still some polishing and stuff to do, but in the back here, we've got the brand new bumper, all been painted, all that grille, exactly how it should be. Both of those hockey sticks under there, I call them that. I know it's BMW, isn't it, hockey sticks, but they go just underneath the lights here. And Chris is busy cleaning up the grille, ready to put on. So not a great deal of work to do. We can hopefully crack on with this one today and get this van pretty much nipped up. Let's get straight on with it. Guys, I don't know if you would have picked it up, but now I've said it, you will. In the back of the van, there's actually a bit of plyboard lying down, completely covering the floor. And I went to Chris, looks a bit mucky, let's turn it upside down. Someone actually beat me to it, they've already turned it upside down. So this bumper, universal, so just for a basic van, or for the van like this with, I'm not even sure what that's called. On a Berlingo, it'd be called an Enterprise, wouldn't it? It's quite a nice model anyway, that van. So it's got the fog lights, aircon, etc. But these bumpers actually come blank, and you have to cut them out yourself to fit the spotlight. So Chris has just done that one now, and he's now just doing this one here. Quite awkward to get in there, mate, isn't it? Small.
We should have done it before we sent it.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, we should have cut it out really before we went. But as you can see, that one looks perfect. And I've put everything back on here. Bonnet blanket, sound deadening pad probably is the right word for it. All these little trim pieces that go up on the wings here, all the pipe work and washer jet. So moving along with it quite fast. I must remember now, just looking at that, it's reminded me, we only put normal water in this when we took it there, and that was purely just to check for any leaks or anything like that. Now we can see it's not leaking. I would like to put proper coolant in that. And Chris has done that, so he's just going to clean it up with a file and get the other fog light fitted. moving along very, very nicely, guys. That is the bumper. Chris just doing the last couple of little clips there. Oh, you're done, aren't you?
Yeah,
that's the bumper, pretty much secure. We've got the towing harder pot on it, number plate, and the hockey sticks. I've got them there. I did put all the grill back together there in time lapse. That was very simple. It all just pushed in and clipped on. The painter wasn't sure about this. If you remember when we took it, it was a bit of a creamy colour. And he actually called me and said, what colour do you want it? And Chris said, I think it's body colour. And I said, I thought it was already the right colour. So the painter just did some Googling and said they all seem to be silver. So that's what we rolled with. Let's continue on and get the rest of this fitted up. I think Chris just said this hasn't actually got an MOT. I'll have to check that. So good chance we're going to need to get that done. And also, it doesn't have any aircon gas, does it? So we need to get that done anyway. Check that out, guys. What a difference. And it has turned, we just said, didn't we, Chris? Turned out really, really nice. All the gaps, everything, all flows, all really, really nice. And we're happy with it. But there is still obviously a couple of little bits to do. Just done the radio code, had to ring the dealer. There was no paperwork in now with the radio code on it, even though we got every book with this, all the book packs and both sets of keys. But most important as well, aircon gas. That's going to be the new stuff as well, isn't it? That's expensive. We're hoping to crunch the numbers in this video, aren't we? Yeah. Let's go and get it aircon gassed up and maybe even get a little wash done on it, eh? Yeah. Let's do it. Pulling out the yard, guys. Look, check that out. It's got a reverse camera. Didn't even realise it had one. Aircon all gassed up, guys, and as you see there, we got it all washed. It is going to need a hand polish. We go right round it. This will come up lovely with a good hand polish. You can see there is quite a lot of spin marks there where it has been polished up, just that front end. But we're not actually going to hand polish it just yet, purely down to the fact, I mean, this van has been sitting around quite a while. A lot of you are anxious to see it finished. So we decided that we was actually going to finish this video, even though it's going to be probably a few more days, maybe a week or two, before we can actually put it up for sale on Instagram. And that is purely down to the fact that, if you remember early on, we've actually got a damaged door and bumper on this. And we struggled to find one, but we did actually speak to someone that has got one of these vans, and it is spares only, so it's a category B, but it's not clear yet, so the insurance claim hasn't been settled. We have already paid for them, the bumper and the door, but he can't let us have them until it becomes clear, and he said it is due to be clear any day. So we have also paid the painter to paint the bumper and the door, so as soon as they're here, we'll send them up there, get them done, and we can get them fitted. But overall, it's come out really nice. The inside, I mean, I don't think you'd expect it to come up any less. It's like new in here. And it drives lovely. And of course now, it's got nice ice cold aircon. That little mark in the glass, we couldn't get that out. It is a bit too deep. But you can see Chris got the one off of the plastic there. And of course, we've had that wing painted. So overall, got no complaints. It has been a bit outstanding, but we're happy with how far we've got with it now. So it's time to sit down and crunch those numbers. Sorry guys, I probably should have set that up properly first. So the good bit, the numbers. I know it has been a little while doing that van, but it was purely down to the fact that it's so late. I've done it, quite a lot of you that work on cars, I know we get a lot of people watching that are mechanics or body guys, you will know that 19 was actually the changeover year for those vans from normal to all electric. So it's very, very tricky to get 19 reg parts, very tricky, because 99% of the parts that are available for a 2019 are actually for an all electric van. So we got there in the end, we got all the bits, apart from the door and a bumper we're just waiting on, but we get that done, that's gonna be no problem at all, and we're gonna give that a good hand polish. So, the numbers everyone's been waiting for, I know you've been patiently waiting. So this van, I'm gonna apologise now, I can't remember the chap's name, but you'll remember me saying that he reached out to me on Instagram, and it's actually his dad's van, he bought it new, and he's a pest controller. Now, he run into the back of somebody. It's always your fault. If you hit the back of someone, it's automatically your fault. You didn't brake in time. So he accepted responsibility. They ripped the van off, his insurance company, made it a category S, structural damage. Not sure where that was, maybe that little headlight panel. And he opted to purchase the van back. Now, I think we said at the time, he must have got it really, really cheap, which is lovely. You always get the first option to buy your own vehicle back once it's been written off. And you can always put it through an auction or sell it yourself to make a few pounds. So he opted to buy that back, and he told me a price, and straight away I said to Chris, I wouldn't care if it had been rolled over. For the £2,500 he's asking for it, we're having it. And I said, yep, we'll have it, no bartering, we'll definitely buy it. He's made a bit extra just through buying it back from the insurance company, so he was happy and we was definitely happy. So the purchase price of that van was £2,500. We had a little discussion and we said straight away that we could have dropped that van off at Co-Park, Chris, and had 1,500, £2,000 profit out of it, easily. But we opted to repair it, that's what we're all about, and of course there was a little bit more in it. So diesel for collecting it, 50 quid. Front bumper, we bought that new, and like I said, it's universal, so that was 150. The bonnet was 150. That was a little adventure, me meeting the guy in the services. Crash bar, £75. Landing panel, that was really, really spiteful. You remember we got one, and in the end we had to go down the route of getting a genuine one from a dealer, and that was £230. And we had to paint it. And do you know what, Chris?
Yeah.
The money's not down here for the Ratley can that we have made up. No, so we've missed that off. Headlight panel, £40. Bonnet hinges, £20. Windscreen, 130. Intercooler, 75. Rad pack, £90. There was loads of them on eBay, and I couldn't believe how cheap it was, because it's the same as the Mark 1. Headlight, £75. Front grille, £40. Number plate, £10. Oil and filter, £28. Aircon pipe plus the gas, we've totaled that up, £100. Valet I've just had done, 20 quid. And the paint, £600. But that is including the back door and the bumper, guys. Antifreeze, a tenner. Rear door and the rear bumper was £500. We had to secure that we was buying them, because we rung probably 30 different breakers and they was all sold. Nobody had rear doors. We noticed that there's two tyres on it that are, well, the front one on the driver's side is really, really worn on the inside edge. The one on the other side looks okay, but we're gonna put a pair on it. I have ordered them and they was £90. So we got a total of 4,983, but that's more like 4,000. Let's round that off to 5,000 because of the paint. So, can you buy a van like that for £5,000? Absolutely not, and especially at the moment, we know everything's gone sky high. As usual, I had a quick flick through the internet. Guys, I know there's hundreds of websites that you can check on, but it is easy for me to just flick the app open on eBay, and they are anywhere from 12,000, 13, 14, 15, right up to £16,000. That van is done 36,000 miles. It's a one owner. It's got all the books with it. It's got both keys, and it is top of the shop, I think. It's got electric mirrors, fog lights, aircon, CD. It just seems to have everything on it, including that reverse camera. So we're going to ask, we did agree on that number I just said, Chris, didn't we? We're actually going to ask, and I think a lot of you will be happy because we're going to do all right out of this one. We're going to ask £9,000 for it. A lot cheaper than all the others on the internet, but you've got to bear in mind, it is salvage, it is category S, and if you was to have an accident in it or it was to be stolen from you, the insurance would pay you out up to a certain amount less due to the fact that it was a category S. So it's going to give us a pre-tax profit of £4,000. So it has took quite a while. It was hard work getting all the bits, but absolutely, definitely worth it. And of course, it made good content. Guys, I can see I've been waffling on for quite a while, so we are going to leave it there. As usual, if you do enjoy it, please do hit that thumbs up. Wait for it to come available on Instagram. It's not going to be long. And as usual, I'll put it out there and give everybody the opportunity to buy it. Don't forget, please like, subscribe and share. Check out the merchandise. The link is down below in the description. And we'll see you early next week in the next one.